So we are about an hour's north of home and pulling into the town of Sundre, Alberta to check out their museum here. Emily has made the trip because she got today off when we didn't think she would have it, and Mabel did not because museums aren't always the most dog-friendly places. So I took her for a long walk yesterday, so she's okay. She's going to sleep at home while we're up here. Like I said, we're only about an hour from home, so it's not like we're going to be gone all day. So neither of us have been here before. We didn't actually know where it was located in town, but this appears to be the place. Should have listened to the map. I managed to somehow get really confused and miss the entrance here twice. Open. That's a good sign. Not many people here today. Oh, Emily spotted horses. We've definitely talked about wild horses before. Amazing display. Not at all what you normally expect from your typical prairie museum. So you'll note I didn't really take a lot of video inside the wildlife exhibit. Two reasons. Number one, there was a sign at the door saying, photos for personal use only. And technically, since the channel is monetized, that could be classified as commercial use. And second of all, I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, so we just kind of left it alone, and you have to come see it for yourself. Do you think any of these toys may be haunted? If yes, which one and why?
Oh, definitely this one.
Really?
Yeah.
No, see, I was going with the doll. It's always the doll.
Necessarily.
Yeah, it's always the doll.
Come on.
Yes. Come on.
Maybe it'll move or something.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to move. It's always the doll. Time to move outside. The grounds out here are actually much larger than I expected. The log house served as headquarters for employees of the Red Deer River Ranger Station, which was located southwest of Sundre. Has a history dating back to 1930 when it was constructed by relief gangs. In '99, the Sundre and District Historical Society began a campaign to acquire the log house for relocation to the Sundre Museum. Work has been ongoing to bring it back to its original state, been completely rebuilt using as many of the original logs and materials as possible. Kind of miss the days where your stoves and ovens were like massive pieces of furniture and had so many different styles and varieties and really had personality to them. Nowadays, they're all just kind of like boxes, boring boxes. The oven door on this one is ripped off and is sitting over here in the corner, probably thanks to some lousy patron who didn't read about no touching the artifacts. So in all my years of visiting museums and things, I don't think I've ever seen a thermometer for X-lax before. That's a new one. I wonder if it'll become a regular thing. All right.
I don't even know how to do it.
I don't remember the actual rules. It's like points for a ringer, points for closest.
Throw it like this?
Sure.
Oh!
Whoops. Okay, I get another shot at that. That was only my first throw. I was just trying to get the weight down. Yeah. They're heavier than you think.
Oh!
See, told you I was just trying to get my weight down.
That's how you do it. I got an almost ringer the first time out. See if I can do better. That one was probably beginner's luck. In the pit.
Yeah, in the pit.
What's that? Impressive.
Yeah, it's on there. Built on site in 2012, so not historic yet. It's got about another 70 or 80 years to go. But I think you're allowed to ring the bell. Whoa, ringing it with enthusiasm, no less. Not doing anything halfway.
No.
So, the bridge was built in '62 to replace the ferry. Not unusual for people to drive out just to experience the opportunity to travel on a ferry. Certainly we're guilty of that, both at the one by Drumheller, whose name is the Blériot Ferry, as well as the one out between Empress and Leader in Saskatchewan. We've made that trip just to ride the ferry. Pretty Spartan, but it served its purpose. And you always see this style of pumps out at campgrounds and things, the hand pump, but this is a good example of how you could hook them up to your windmill and harness the power of the wind. And then it would basically pump out into the trough here. Much easier method than having to do it by hand. Wow, I didn't know there was a whole other building inside this barn. Yeah, carriages and sleigh with rubber wheels. Probably not original. Number 7, bull castrator. Oh my. Okay, that's painful. Nice collection of license plates going back to the 30s. Pretty much arranged in chronological order, giving you a good idea of the evolution of the colors of Alberta's license plates. Used to get new plates issued every year, right up, it looks like, until 74 was the last year of those.
I think after 56 they have one for every year.
Then we went to the yellow and black plates, which are the plates I remember from when I was growing up, and you'd get your registration sticker. Then we moved to these plates, I believe, in the mid-80s. My first license plate was KVL 913, and now you don't even get registration stickers anymore. It's all electronic. So someday, for people decades down the road, seeing these kind of year stickers on their license plate will seem as obscure to them as seeing yearly license plates is to us. Big old thresher. Shame we won't get out to Sundre this year to their threshing bee and see beasts like this actually in action, but maybe next year. So the log cabin was put here in 1970, which probably makes it one of the oldest artifacts in the entire museum. I mean, not in terms of the age of the artifact, but being in terms of part of the museum. I like the fact that it's like, chain to the left of me, chain to the right, but the best part is there's no chain going up the stairs. Can also see the light through the stairs. Bed was brought here in 1839.
Wow.
Wow. And as warm as it is up here today, the insulation wasn't really much back in those days. In fact, I don't know if it'll show on camera, but just to the side of the window there, you can actually see where you can see light through the walls. And all you had up here for heat was the stove pipes that basically ran up through the floor before going out the roof. And then there's another one on this side, but it's like that was it for heat. Been pretty drafty up here in the day.
Yeah. It said it was originally built in 1913. There's a bit about it here.
Built in 1913, you say? And you made do with what you had, such as using the old flour sack for curtains. I don't know if that definitely changed the exposure there. You can see now, you can see it's a flour sack. but not bad. I mean, enough room to live anyway. Probably in the winter when the stove was fired up, I'll bet you it was actually quite cozy. And of course, my favorite of the historical buildings of the prairies, aside from maybe grain elevators, is the classic one-room schoolhouse. And this one's from the Bergen School Division of 1823. That's the school division number, not the year. Built in 1908. In the very traditional design of these buildings, they were often built with this one wall being basically large windows to capture as much natural light as possible. Today, we have fluorescent lights in here, but those are obviously not original. And of course, when you get out on the prairies, it's still possible to find a number of these buildings still standing in various states of repair or disrepair. The bunkhouse. I like how it still has the instructions for the Findlay range. Quite a nice, nice range. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a wrap on our visit to the Sundre and District Museum. Thank you for coming along, and we'll see you in the next video.